Hello and welcome back. Yes, I have a message. Change the narratives to be clear by the Galactic Federation of Light. Before I go on, I want to thank you all for joining, for subscribing, for sharing, and for commenting. And if you have any questions, you need any clarity, you having issues of any kind, and you need some information or some guidance, you are most welcome to email me, and my email address is below the video, and I will respond within 24 hours. So, the poem that aligns with this message, I don't know, this meme keeps shouting at me, so I'm going to read it for some reason. Being spiritual has nothing to do with what you believe and everything to do with your state of consciousness. So I've tried to get it out of my way and it keeps popping up, so I think they want me to read it to you. So the poetic message, even though my whole video is in poem, it always starts with setting up the video with a different message, which equals what the other message, if that makes any sense. Anyway, it's called Releasing the Narratives. As our sun rises each day, bringing light, bringing hope, bringing us serenity too, our sun reminds you that life is brighter than it appears. When you focus on reality, your lives become crystal clear. Visions arise before your eyes, seeing what you didn't see before. You become more enlightened each day. This is what the universe has in store. For all to feel, for all to see, beyond this illusion into reality. If you are alive, you are free to see, to be, to unfold naturally. All of this occurs when you look beyond the veils, which try so hard to cover your heart, trying so hard to keep you locked into the illusions that the media displays. Lies after lives is all they share, keeping you in fear each day, only if you dare. Walk out of this illusion. Open your heart. It will always lead you to where you need to be, what to focus on in truth and reality. Be brave, be strong. Release the narratives being played all day long. Do you want to be free? Do you want to truly see? Then ignore the dramas that surround you. Look within. Follow your heart. It will always lead you to a positive start. To nature, to love, which are profound. Listening to a new sound, where bells ring, freedom sings, joyful occurrences too. In a blink of an eye, you can become the true you. Be brave, be strong, release the narratives all day long. I love their messages. I hope you do too. Now, another message meme popped on through, which is synchronicity. And it was so good, so truthful, that I decided to read it to you. So this is a quote. When we vibrate at lower frequencies, we are under the grip of the law of karma. That's very important to understand. As we vibrate at higher frequencies, the grip loosens and freedom is experienced. At certain higher frequencies, it is possible to be completely free of karma. And that is a quote from Prem Namal, The Age of Enlightenment. So do you see why it's also important to raise your frequency? To release all your karma. That's what you all want to do, right? Are you struggling? Are you living in fear? Then change the narratives to be clear. Do you follow blindly to everything you see and hear? Then you are locked in this illusion. We are trying to be perfectly clear. You have a choice to seek out your own path, not to follow others blindly. That is a thing of the past. You are stronger than you realize, no matter how your life began. Struggling was part of your growth. This you need to understand. When life is handed to you on a silver platter, what growth can occur? Not much unless you are challenged. This is why this we are sure. Okay, now I lost my space. Challenges are a part of life, will always be around, so get used to this scenario. It will be profound. When you least expect it, a new one comes around. They come to you to show you what you need to see. A part of your personality that is hidden from you, but not me. It's your shadow self that others are pointing out to you. See it as a gift others are handing to you. Your life is not about others. It's only about you. To see, to understand, to change, to grow, to raise your frequency too. Now, I just want to stop here for a moment because they are not saying that you shouldn't care about others. That's not what this means. This means that you should focus on yourself, learning and growing. Think about it. When you're in class, you're in school. Life is a school. When you go to an actual school, are you doing it for other people, or are you learning something for yourself and for your growth? So I just want to clarify that. This is your journey, meant for all of you, because of the ways you were raised was to put others before you. It's become a constant struggle for most of you, always wondering, is this right? What is wrong? What did I do wrong? This narrative has been your struggles all day long. So much confusion you feel. You have input from parents, schools, and religion telling you how to think, how to be, how you will be punished if you deceive or not follow their rules, when your life was about finding your life and what feels right to you. That's what it's about. What feels right to you? To rise above all teachings and finding your own way. When you are love unconditional, all becomes displayed. you start to see your true reality. You blocked others' points of view. You found your calling. You now know the truth. Everything you need is inside of you. Your answers to your questions. All you need to know. This info never stops. It continues on eternally as you grow and learn more each day. When you are open to receive, you finally released others' narratives. So now you believe because it feels right. Haven't you ever noticed when you want to do something, there's something inside of you that is telling you not to do that, that's not the right way? You're always being guided, even if you don't think about it or you don't pay attention. It's how it feels. You trust and believe yourself where you always need to be. This is your journey, seeing your life only as a school, raising your vibration and frequency. Learning about love is the main goal, the golden rule. Knowing love is worth more than gold. Do not confuse love with relationships too. This narrative only harmed you. How many people fear love? They equate it to pain. When you really think about this, it's totally insane. Are you seeing how they tried to ruin your life? That you live in strife? Love is an energy that heals you through all your difficulties too. It starts with you. Loving self unconditionally will heal you, your life, and all your relationships too. Why? Because you will be able to separate yourselves from them. No one can hurt you or make you feel less than you are. You see, it comes from their own pain, their own struggle, and it has nothing to do with you. Especially if you are sensitive, it's what everyone needs to do. Knowing it's okay to be you. To believe in you by loving self. Hopefully you see this in a new light and how it's important for you to do this too. I'm like, if you know anything about astrology, I'm a double Cancer. So I'm extremely sensitive and empathetic and feel other people. And when I was younger and growing up, we get challenged all the time, especially when, well, we all have things to learn, so I'm sure everybody's been challenged all the time. And I personally, when I was a lot younger, like in my teens, used to get very upset about it and think, no one likes me and nobody cares about me. Well, especially seeing that my parents didn't like me and they sure as heck didn't care about me, then why would anybody else, right? That's where we go in situations like this. So my thing for what worked for me was I bought this astrology book. Well, I took a class in astrology, but not to be an astrologer, because that's not my calling this time. But what I did was I studied all the planets. Well, actually all the signs. All the sun signs, Sagittarius, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, blah, blah, blah. So I studied all the signs so I could understand better why people say what they say and show me that it had nothing at all to do with me. And the one that comes to mind was one of my mother-in-laws. She's a Sagittarius, very outspoken, and Sagittarians always speak their truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the time, I didn't know. So she would say things that hurt my feelings, and I always thought I was being attacked. And when I figured out or realized that, okay, she's a Sagittarius, she speaks her truth, it has nothing to do with me, I was able to separate myself from feeling bad about myself. I hope this is making sense to you, because I think a lot of us do this, have done this before. So that's why I brought it up. So whatever helps you. And really back then, I didn't know that what I was lacking and what most people are lacking is love of self. Because what do? We go outside of ourselves to look for love. We've gone outside of ourselves to look for happiness and attached ourselves to some significant other, and it was their job to make us happy, and if they didn't make us happy, then they weren't right for us. I don't know about you, but I traveled that road for quite a long time. So really, in reality, it's all about self-love. It frees you from all of this stuff, and then you don't need to study everyone's sun sign. Anyway, I just thought I would bring that up if it helps you, because that's my goal, is to guide you and to help you see and change yourself all by yourself and give you the tools to do it. So anyway, that is my message for the day. I hope you all have a pleasant week. Things are changing behind the scenes as usual and always. So again, I will remind you, do not worry about it. Divine timing, it will all unfold. You will understand it more when it happens, why it took so long. So in the meantime, work on you. Have a great weekend, and Memorial Weekend's coming up. Take care. See you when I have another message. Bye.